Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Friday with Dannphan. Adam's going to be here for a little bit. We just got finished recording a video together, so hopefully that'll be a good one when it comes out.
Yeah, it was fun recording it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, happy belated birthday, Brian.
Oh,
His
yeah, happy birthday.
was yesterday, so we're here to just do the usual Friday shenanigans, I guess. Talk about whatever's been happening, and as well as whatever chat wants to talk about, if there's anything new going on in the world. But yeah. So let me see if I missed anything so far in chat. Just chilling out. Playing some games. Totally get it. Totally. Yeah. The video we just recorded, I mean like literally just. That's why his chair is like right next to me right now. We just like cut it off all like 10 minutes before I had to go stream.
Yeah.
StreamYard is being a little weird. Oh, there we go. Have you heard of Chainsmoker Cat? The main thing that I'm hearing about Chainsmoker Cat is that it's disgusting. That's what everyone's saying. They're all like, "Oh my god, this show is so gross. We can't watch it." It's supposed to be like a little gross. It's trying to show you that like smoking is a gross habit, and I guess in a way, maybe it's trying to scare like people away from smoking, because they're depicting it as being so disgusting. But it's also like people don't want to watch it because it's disgusting. So kind of a give and take on that one. I have avoided certain anime and manga just because it makes me squeamish, like some certain things. Like there was this one that was on Crunchyroll a while back. As some sort of doctor thing, and just, yeah, they had a bunch of like disgusting imagery in that. A lot of doctor things kind of have some squeamish visuals there, which is a shame because like doctor shows can certainly be dramatic and interesting, but then when they show you like the stuff, it's like, I don't want to look at that, right?
Yeah, we're watching Blackjack.
Yeah, we're watching like the original Blackjack OVA 10 episode series. Occasionally they will just, you know, open person up and just show you the organs as they're like cutting along. It's like, okay, I can't eat while watching that, but yeah. There's this other like ongoing series on Manga Plus that I was reading as well. It's kind of similar. It's Under Doctor, only there are no supernatural diseases. It's just like
it's all real stuff.
Yeah, regular regular stuff, more grounded, but you know, similar scenes where they are cutting person open and showing everything to the viewer, and I'm like, ooh, I don't really know if I want to see that. But I guess to some extent, maybe it's fine to inspire the youth to want to go out and be a doctor by like showing them the raw nature of it, and maybe getting them desensitized to it. Is that like the thought process there? Or, you know, it's not anything like bad per se. They are saving the life, but it's just a little bit icky looking at it.
Yeah.
So
But this smoking thing, I remember being in like middle school. You go to the store after school to get like candy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this woman working there who would like be on her smoke break, and she would smoke 2 cigarettes on her smoke break at the same time. And I remember thinking like, man, she's hardcore, like addicted. She's smoking 2 cigarettes at once.
Yeah, that is super weird. My god.
She sounded like it too.
Oh yeah, one of those real Marge Simpson type of voices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Really.
No, I can totally imagine that.
Every time I saw her, I'm like, oh man, she's gonna get like crazy cancer. Like she's like smoking 2 cigarettes at once.
It's like the One Piece villain smoker, where there's just multiple cigars in the mouth. Only it's real life, and some woman is just doing that. That's pretty funny. I've never smoked because whenever my parents did it, I always hated the smell. Yeah, it's not a great smell. I don't like the. Nowadays, we have this new problem, right?
Oh,
the
God.
smell of marijuana everywhere because of legalization.
At least in the city.
Yeah, yeah. And that smell is wretched.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Yeah, it's like skunk, but more dense.
More like ammonia-y.
Yeah, more dense.
I still remember, like, people would be like, oh, like, what kind of girl are you looking for or whatever, and I was like, I don't want her to, like, drink or smoke. It's like one of the things is, like, listing off, and they're like, oh, you're setting your standards too high. And it's like, actually, no! You can find someone that's not, like, a complete, like,
Chain
degenerate
smoker
drug
cat.
addict. Yeah.
Yeah. You can find women outside of chain smoker cat, for sure. You don't
Yeah.
have to set your standard that low, per se.
Is Chainsmoker Cat about, like, an actual cat? Or is this, like...
I think it's like a cat girl who smokes.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I've never seen it.
'Cause
I've
there's-
only, like, offhand heard about this show.
Jazz people refer to people as cats. Like, so I was talking to this cat over at the, you know, like,
Sure,
and,
sure.
like metalheads refer to girls as chicks. Like, there's just, it's just like a goth chick. Someone says goth girl, it's like, it's a weird term. It's so like out of my like.
It's so normy.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds very awkward to say. I'm not even. Like if I say it, I'm usually like sort of being ironic or like referring to like an e-girl or something like that. Like it's not like a normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, but jazz people will say like, I was hanging out with this cat over there or whatever. And it's like, yeah. So I guess cat girl for Japanese stuff makes more sense though.
And then British people say bird.
Oh, look at that beak on that bird. Yeah.
Picked up this bird.
They say aircon instead of AC.
Aircon?
Doesn't it sound so sci-fi? Like air conditioning?
It sounds like something completely different.
Aircon.
A convention for air.
What
Yeah.
a shitty convention.
Where
Everybody's got
Stroke's
nothing
saying,
on the
Yo,
table.
it's Adam.
Hey.
He's making his cameo into the streams. Oh man. Yeah, have you seen the new Spider-Man movie? No, I haven't been watching the new Marvel stuff for a while now. I was talking to this
Daddy-o.
cat daddy-o, you dig? Yeah, that sounds like how a jazz person talks. What up, Adam? Do y'all share conditioner or something? What? Oh, because his hair looks so fabulous.
Yeah, the secret is don't use that much shampoo.
Yeah.
It's like if you use a lot of shampoo, it dries out your hair. Sometimes that it just happens. Like I just mess up and use too much, and then my hair's all like dry, and you can see it all like wispy. But yeah.
I have it on good authority that UK doesn't need AC because it's only hot sometimes.
I only have to poop sometimes, so that's why I shit on the street. I don't need it in my house.
Yeah, okay.
It's only poo-poo time sometimes. So, who needs that in your house?
Yeah, we don't need toilets.
Yeah, I go to the YMCA to shower because I only need to shower sometimes. Okay. Who needs a snow shovel? Who needs a snow shovel? It only snows sometimes. Just leave it. It'll melt eventually.
It's not our fault your country's always overcast. I guess referring to Europe.
Yeah.
Bro, Lomao.
Yeah. It is kind of, having gone to England, it's kind of hard to imagine it being hot.
Because it's so cloudy.
It's always kind of drizzling and stuff, a little bit. Like it's always like the weather changes a lot throughout the day because England and like Scotland and stuff, they're all in this bizarre area on the planet. It's like it's so unique. It's like a fantasy like kind of kingdom because there's a air current that comes up from the Caribbean, like past Florida, goes over nothing else except for England and then like a little bit of like Scotland, and it's like hot air from the equator just blowing up on top of them. So if you go like laterally across, like just directly east, you'll be in like the Arctic on either side, but they just have this streak of like not Arctic. So it's like this
Right.
prime farming place, and then also that hot air mixes all the cold air and makes it very like drizzly. It's always a kind of drizzling. Like I felt a couple droplets of rain. And I was like, oh, it's raining, and then this guy was like, no, it's not. And there's like water like on the like sidewalk, but it's like that's not raining because it's not.
It's not heavy enough.
Yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, if it was raining in the U.S., I feel like it'd be like, oh, that's raining, but it's just a drizzle or something, and then that's over.
Doesn't count.
Like they can just be like, oh well, no, it's over. It just you drizzle a little bit now. It's like they have weird precipitation, so I can kind of understand where they would be like, oh, I don't need air conditioning because it might randomly drizzle if I just hold out long enough.
Afternoon, talking about the UK, I see. It seems like that. That weather pattern is the only thing that makes the UK habitable.
Well, I mean, what's directly east, like Norway or something? People can live there. It's like, but yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Man, I saw this thumbnail for like a video that was like it was like giving people advice on their fantasy worlds and stuff. There's a British guy, and he's like, there's not enough trees on this map. It's all gonna be deforested. And I'm thinking like, you're the only people who did that. What are you talking about? Like England has all these like rolling fields of like grass, but that's not natural. Like you have to deforest to get that to happen. Like the Great Plains in the U.S. is like the most cataclysmic deforestation of like the like indigenous like American Indians. They like just cut down trees and didn't do any forest management until there's just tornado land in the middle of the United States. It's like, so yeah, that's not normal. Not everyone does that. You'll notice there's like forests in Germany and forests in France, and like just
Sure.
England was like, no, gonna cut all this shit down. Gonna cut all of it down. So it was just such a funny like British like thumbnail.
Yeah, I guess so. I've actually fantasized about living in the UK, maybe somewhere in northern England or Edinburgh or what is that, Swansea?
Yeah.
For some reason, just like the words together made me think it was supposed to be some weird pronunciation.
You know how you say the Edinburgh, Edinburgh, Edinburgh,
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Okay. It's really funny when you look at like historical like British stuff because they're so like American in the far flung past, like the stuff that they used to do. Like they invented the knock volley gun, which is like a 7-barreled gun, and it's like who would do that but an American, right? And then like the cannons, it's like a like a field gun is like 16 pound. It's like a 16 pounder and 8 pounder. It's the weight of the cannonball. And then like really heavy cannons for like a fortification would be 32 pounders. Really heavy cannonball, right? 32 pounds you're firing at someone. And then like some ships had 32 pounders, but it wasn't super common. Usually like 20 something. And then the British were like 68 pounder. Here we go. And it's a shotgun. So they have like a 68 pounder that's like a sawn off cannon that I guess is a shotgun. I can't really figure out what they loaded in there, but I know the ammunition was 68 pounds. And that just, I don't know, feels very American to just, hold my beer. I'll make a cannon that's double the ammunition weight, and then also saw off the end of it. Crazy.
Yeah, well, the UK does have the punt gun. Says David.
Yeah.
Rose.
That's a good point. That is a UK thing too. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh no guns.
Just turned up. What the fuck are we talking about? we went off on a tangent about the UK.
Oh, yeah, British
and
people used to
talking
have.
about
Yeah, British people used to have crazy guns. There's the super gigantic guns,
yeah.
and I just think they're the original like Americans, like the original like rednecks. So
Welcome back, Gabe. Sorry you got drenched in the rain. It's yeah. The weather's been a little bit rainy, a little bit dreary lately, but yesterday was kind of nice because we had sun showers. Rain looks very pretty when the sun is out. It's got like that glowy effect as it's like hitting the pavement and everything. It's nice. Speaking of guns, last night I kept dreaming I was in Gears of War. The flu is destroying my brain. Alright, well.
sounds kind of sick.
Yes. There are worse dreams to have, for sure. So, as far as future conventions, you can find us both at. I guess the next thing is BasedCon?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the Vineyard thing? I gotta look into. I already kind of forgot.
Total panic. Had to be there in 30 minutes.
I think it's after BasedCon. I don't think that it's before. So, for the rest of August, we should be like fairly clear schedule up until next month.
Yeah. It is in November.
Perfect. So those are two future conventions that you can look forward to. I also really love classic UK children's literature, The Hobbit, Narnia, Roald Dahl, Diane Wynne Jones, and the early Harry Potter books, etc. I like how you specified the early Harry Potter books.
Also like how Alley Cat, it was like, I'll have to ask my great grandfather, like she's like, yeah, definitely he would have a punt gun. We were talking about these like massive impractical guns. It's like, yeah, he would be the guy. He'd have one of those.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll have green dots ready at your arrival. We haven't gone back to the green dot convention.
I was thinking
that was
about
a really
it.
weird experience for sure.
I was thinking about that and I was like, I'm not doing it.
It's a shame because I did meet some fans at the convention.
Yeah,
they were excited to see me there. But,
yeah, it was like a fine convention, but that was so weird
that was a really weird situation.
And like, it would have been like, it was a little uncomfortable to get like kicked out of someplace in front of the Green Ranger, no less. But then it was so, but then like when I talked to the guy, he was so weird about it. I was like,
yeah, I just wouldn't give you any information.
This, if anything happens,
it was a total secret that there were green dots being given out or something.
I just can't. I don't want to work. I don't want to like work with that guy. That was such a weird thing to do.
Who are you to ask of the green dot?
Man, there were so many like furries and like Tumblr kids like just sitting around eating food on the floor.
I wonder how much people are actually using Tumblr anymore. I honestly don't know how popular it is.
I don't know how else to describe these people. I'm just saying, like,
I get it.
You know what they look like when I say
It
Tumblr
just also
kids.
makes my brain tangent to like, I wonder who is still on Tumblr. I did hear that that Tumblr was trying to like clean up its platform and like be better or whatever, but I don't know. I have not been on there for a very long time.
No.
I specify because the later Harry Potter went more in the YA direction. The series should have been middle grade. Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like it's not so much YA so much as just A. Like they just wanted to appease adults after a certain point. I don't.
Yeah, I didn't think it was super YA. The later Harry Potter books, they were trying to make it like more. Like, oh, guess what?
They were trying to make the next Star Wars.
That's what it felt like. Everybody.
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny. There were a lot of girls who were like, man, how could she possibly think of something like that? The Horcruxes, the creativity is on another level. And I'm thinking like, why not the thinking? I was like, yeah, but it's just like a lich, right? Like it's like a phylactery. And then they're like, what's that? It's like, wow. I don't know if you should be judging what the most fantastical concepts are if you've never heard of like.
Yeah, well, if you're not familiar with fantasy concepts in general,
Yeah, I feel like
then
a
I
lich.
guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty surface level like a lich. Like I don't know. That's
I think like most normies, their only experience with a lich in storytelling is like the lich in Adventure Time, which is obviously very far removed. Well, normies.
yeah.
Yeah.
God, that'd be. Imagine like you get isekai'd, but you just turn into a normie that only knows about fantasy stuff from Adventure Time. Catastrophe.
It's like, I don't understand. What is all this things? Ever since the porn was taken out, Tumblr hasn't been used or talked a lot. Well, then it sounds like there was nothing good on Tumblr to begin with. I remember there used to be a lot of artists on Tumblr. Because it's obviously a much more visual, image-based platform. But
I remember I told you this story like the other day, but like someone at college was like, "Oh, check this out! This was so funny. Let me find the post." And he's like scrolling up, and he's like, "No, wait, I'm gonna find it." And he's like scrolling up, and there's just all this like hardcore porn. It's like scrolling
his
past.
feed is just destroyed.
And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And he's like, that's not me posting that. That's just like my feed. It's like, yeah, but why do you have that in your feed? He's like, that's just like Tumblr. And then he like stops and like likes one of them. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And he shows me, and it's like, he eventually finds the meme after like scrolling through like a metric ton of like pornography, and then he's like, I don't know. It was the dumbest. It was like the dumbest meme. I can't even remember what the meme he was showing me was, but it was like
not worth being flashed with pornography.
I mean, I don't care, but it's just like the meme at the end of the whole journey, the long the long goonie, if you will. It was like you'd have to be like using lead as chewing gum to like degrade your brain to find it funny. It was like the stupidest.
Was brain rot or something?
Yeah, I don't know what even. Yeah.
It was a long time ago, so. Adventure Time boost the ukulele stocks. True. It's Adventure Time and Steven Universe, I guess. They were both working together to sell more ukuleles out there.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's the plot twist. Meanwhile, the Horcruxes are reminiscent of the One Ring. Lol. HP is highly derivative, which is not inherently a bad thing since everyone borrows from pre-existing lore and tropes, but it's not original.
I'm trying to figure out how it's related to the like Lord of the Rings. Because like the Lord of the Rings, they give out, well, Sauron gives out rings that like have power to like control people. But I don't think the Horcruxes did anything. I guess, well, like Harry Potter, did he get special powers because of the scar? Because the scar is a Horcrux, right?
Yeah, well, it gave him connection to Voldemort. So he could sense when he was nearby, and then he also had like some of his personality imprinted on him.
Oh yeah, he could speak in the parcel tongue.
Exactly, yeah. So that's why he was like, I'm worried I'm turning evil, guys. Yeah. Which, you know, that's not like the worst twist ever. Considering all the other bullshit that happens in the series, that's like fine.
The initial move was like, it was because they just loved their kid a lot. All those other people that got murdered didn't love their kid enough. That's why they died like a bitch.
Yeah.
It's like the most offensive explanation. It's like, my parents died because of Voldemort. It's like, oh, I guess they didn't love you. They didn't love you enough.
Like, my sister died. Yeah, I guess your parents weren't there to love them.
It's like,
I guess your parents favorited you more. I don't know.
Whole family murdered. Didn't love them enough.
I mean, it was fine when the first book was a one-shot, because
Mhm.
originally it was just supposed to be a complete story, and it's like, oh, that's sweet. That's like a sweet sentiment to end the first book on. But when you extend the series outward, and you want to make it more serious, and,
Mhm.
act like it's for adults, and that it should be, like, taken as real lore building, that's when it becomes
The
ridiculous.
the second book was pretty good. Now
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it.
I thought the first two were the strongest.
I feel like the second book doesn't really connect very well to the other books because like
I like the first two because they feel like they're the only ones where it feels like a genuine like murder mystery esque kids trying to figure out
mm,
like the solve the puzzle type
I
thing.
I thought it was very cool when Snape like he Harry Potter uses the like cutting spell on like Draco and then Snape like confiscates the book and he's like very responsible, very adult, and like Harry Potter's like, oh yeah, that was really bad. I probably should have sliced him fucker open with my wand. And then he like I thought Snape like came across really well because he is like very stern, but he acts like a proper like adult in that scene.
Mm,
And then they kind of just
that's
like
important.
regress him later. Like he starts acting like they sort of have that moment and that understanding where like Snape knows about the book and like explains who owned it and stuff, and then they have this kind of moment. But then they just kind of go back to square one where he's like 20 points from Gryffindor.
Yeah, yeah. I liked Snape as a character. It's a shame that they just kind of trounced on him at the end there with the backstory that they decided to give him, being like, haha, you got cucked. You got cucked and bullied.
But then the thing is like he deserved it. If he's creeping on some guy's like girlfriend, then
Yeah,
like
well, like in theory, she was friends with her first, and then the other guy came in and like started dating
yeah,
her. Yeah, he
still
should have made his move, right? But
if
did he
he
deserve to get bullied
yeah
afterwards? I don't
yeah
know.
yeah no
No,
I yeah
yeah.
definitely
Come
because
on.
he still has like feelings where he's still creeping around. It's like nah.
Harsh.
Yeah, no, it's a weird thing
Harsh.
to do. It's like, yeah, you can't do that. You gotta like, if she actually meant anything, then you should be like, you should hit the road, right? But if you're just like, well, I should leave my options open, I'm like creeping around in the shadows, like, no, I get bullied. Like, that's not, don't do that.
I don't know, man. I don't remember him creeping exactly, but they only showed you like a 10-second flashback.
Yeah, in the, well, I don't know. I remember him being kind of I remember him coming off creepy in the book, at least in the audiobook.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, it does kind of like taint his character a bit. Like you
Yeah,
think of
that's
him as like a cool adult and
yes.
like very no nonsense, and then it's like, ha, he's a cuck, and he got bullied, and it's like, oh, it's a little bit.
That yeah, that's the most like loser backstory they could have given him. If it was just like if they made him like a Tesla versus Edison kind of thing where he has some kind of like real rivalry with the other guy or something like that, or like maybe have I don't know. You could do a whole lot of things with Snape besides make him a cuck. Like he was hateable. He was scary. He but then they just like make him into like, and then they add this extra conspiracy layer on top where it's like I don't know, it doesn't really make any sense. Like
Mm. Yeah, sure. Let's see. Lots of annoying people from Tumblr came to Twitter after that, and you all know how that site was up until Elon buying it. Yeah, there are
yeah.
still plenty of people like on Twitter or X, I guess now, right? But yeah, there was definitely an exodus, and now they migrated to Blue Sky for the most part. But no, I mean, I think a lot of artists are still on X because I still don't really have any trouble finding artists on there. It is more difficult, but I think that's
Mm.
more so an algorithm thing than anything else. Like, it's difficult to search on X now. But it's always been difficult to search on other sites like Instagram. That's just always been the standard, and now X also has that standard, which is very low. And YouTube also now has that standard where it doesn't want you searching for things normally. It has to be like catered searches. So not based on your keywords, but based on what the almighty AI thinks that you want. It's annoying. I don't like it.
Oh, David Myers explained the connection to the ring. It's that the Horcruxes corrupt people around it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
And then this question: do you think Voldemort's strong enough to parry a flying car? I think parry is with an A, but I think. No, I don't think so. I think you could probably just run over all of the Death Eaters with the flying car, because the killing curse gets like blocked by walls, or like because people were taking cover behind stuff to block the killing curse. So
I don't think like the flying car is kind of cowardly based on what we've seen in the movies.
Oh yeah, it has like a consciousness to it.
Yeah. So like when it is in danger, it will ditch the drivers and just drive off.
Oh yeah.
That's what happened anyway.
You know, the thing with
I wouldn't trust a car to help lead me into battle.
The problem with that whole series, I think, is that she never really thought through the magic at all. Like, why? Okay, Voldemort is powerful. Why? Oh, he uses the killing curse. Well, everybody has that. So what?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
let's figure out, why is he powerful. How about this? He has a bunch of extra arms. Easy. We're done. He's more powerful now.
The killing curse does make things very complicated. It also makes magic fights kind of boring. Maybe if you have a killing curse, but it's like special, like
he can just do it over like a whole like building. He can just kill everyone inside.
No, that's not what I meant. I just mean like to put more restrictions on it to give people a reason to do all these other spells to make the combat more interesting.
I thought it was really clever to have the one girl with the throwing dagger, the Bellatrix Lestrange.
Oh yeah,
or whatever.
She kills.
Because like you can't parry that with like, you can parry the other spells with like your magic, but you can't parry a knife. So I was like, oh, that's so smart. And then also she's like really mean, so she can torture. She can do the torture spell really well.
Mm-hmm.
And like that kind of logic is like, oh well, they really want to kill you real bad, and so they can use the killing curse. And then like.
Yeah, but then
they cover the idea of like, well, can I kill someone to like defend someone? It's like, no, you're not. Only evil people like want to be evil and kill them.
It's not good enough. That's not.
And then
a good
later they have like the mom for the Ginger family. She's like, oh, I want to defend my daughter real bad, so I'm going to murder you with evil spell.
Not my daughter, you bitch.
Yeah, that's very weak.
I mean, that means it's canon that she'd be evil.
Yeah, that's canon that she like didn't want to.
Evil.
That she was lying about wanting to protect her daughter, and that she just wanted to murder her because she's a psycho. She's like, sweet, an excuse to murder someone. Ha ha ha. Like, doesn't love her daughter, is just trying to become a serial killer.
Yeah, I mean, that's the issue. When you start off a book, it's supposed to be for kids, and then you want to try to make it more adult and pretend that all this lore was like canonized now, and it doesn't work, because once you start applying logic to it, it all starts breaking down.
I felt like the magic really wasn't that complicated. She could have added some kind of layer to it, that like certain people are stronger and that does something.
Yeah.
Like, and you know,
Totally.
I felt like it was very.
I guess they did kind of work in there that like certain wizards were stronger than others. The purebloods, right? Pureblood.
But like, what does it do? What does the being stronger do?
But she doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't really explain what the difference really is compared to everyone else. Maybe that's because she didn't want there to actually be a difference. But
you could just have someone get tired. It would be so simple if someone was like, "Oh, I can't cast any more spells. I'm too magic tired." And
yes, like mana sickness, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Whatever you want to say to explain it. Maybe if she had just took in more fantasy inspiration, it would have helped.
So what if there's like a separate class for purebloods and only they can cast like certain spells? They're like, oh sorry, mudbloods can't cast this spell.
Yeah. No, that would kind of make sense. I mean,
Greater-
if it's too powerful for
Yeah, greater conflagration. Sorry, that's only for the pure bloods. Go to the pure blood class. Mudbloods, you're gonna learn how to you're gonna Leviosa. Yeah, you're gonna levitate stuff. But
that's right.
over in pure blood class, we're gonna learn how to do Ermac's fatality from Mortal Kombat, where you rip someone's arms off. Everybody else, Mudbloods, you learn how to pick the book up and then put it back down. Everyone else, you're gonna learn to become Ermac. You're gonna just rip. You're gonna turn someone into jacks. Rip their arms off. You're gonna crush people into spheres.
I mean, that does raise the stakes quite a bit. It's like, oh shit, how can we win?
That would be quite the class difference. That would make Draco Malfoy make sense that he's like, haha, I'm a pureblood. It's like everyone has the same magical ability from the dumbest character to Voldemort. I can't tell the difference between anyone. Mm-hmm. And Draco Malfoy's like, oh, I'm pureblood. But if he was Ermac, crushing, it's like, oh, you can levitate a book, that's cute. I can compress it into a single atom and then detonate it like a nuclear bomb. Ho ho ho! I'd be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'll carry your books. Here's my lunch money.
It would be much harder to actually defeat the villains, of course. But that was also kind of what I liked about maybe the first two books, is also that they do really feel like they're working with these small spells that they learned and trying to find applications in the story with them.
Yeah, because
even though that it's a small spell, they can figure out how to win, obviously with the ogre and the Leviosa thing there.
The cutting spell, it did seem like there was a whole world of crazy spells out there.
Yeah, right.
But then they never really go into that. There's no, testicular detonation!
Right, totally. She already mentioned she made the mistake of including time travel. Yeah, that was a bad choice, for sure. I didn't think that the third book was terrible, per se, but that was bad.
I don't remember basically anything from the third book.
Well, that's because most of it was just time travel. Most of it was just redoing, the same events.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of what made it so forgettable.
The fourth book was the guaranteed win of doing the Chunin exams, right? Mm. It was so that was
a good idea, but I didn't like the movie very much.
No, I thought the movie was bad. I don't remember much about the book. I remember thinking the book was good. I think the second book maybe be my favorite. Then it's 2, 1, 4, and then none of the other ones. I don't even know what.
Maybe fair on that one.
Oh, I like the Dolores Umbridge arc, whichever book that was.
Oh, that was a later one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a really boring movie, but it was interesting as a choice for.
Yeah.
It put this whole different vibe on the story.
Yeah, the whole thought police thing was really interesting because later in life, I'd encounter that in real life and be like, oh my god.
Oh my god, I was warned.
Yeah.
I was warned of these events. Yeah, for sure. They have more mana or something. Yeah, something like that. The Chamber of Secrets was my personal favorite because there was a sword. That was pretty epic. He pulls out the sword to fight they call it a basilisk.
Oh my god, Dobby dying in the movie was so funny. In the book?
Unfortunately, yes, it was very funny.
In the book,
it wasn't supposed to be.
I was like, oh my god, not Dobby. No, Dobby's dying. In the movie, they somehow made it so funny.
Dobby was a good elf.
In the book, I'm heartbroken that Dobby died. But then...
I mean, you were listening to the audiobooks, too, so I'm sure that guy did a better...
Right, but then in the movie, it's he looks so stupid all the time. And he's like, oh, Dobby, oh, I go stab. Oh. It's what the fuck is happening? And, oh my god,
I was also, checking out when I was watching that.
Hedwig dying was, so tragic in the book. He's just when did it happen? He's dead. Oh, in the middle of the battle, he gets blasted or something. In the movie, it's and just a puff of feathers. It's seriously? That's what we're doing for Hedwig? The beloved owl? Who's just a pig
Yeah, that was kind of disrespectful.
I wouldn't have
Because
done.
like he was with him for like all this time, and then pfft, it's like, goddamn.
Yeah,
That's, that wasn't very. You could have showed a little bit more respect to a passing of a character that had been around for a long time. But you know,
Dobby, I didn't really care about, but I was like, oh, that's.
Dobby was super annoying when he was first introduced. But you know,
Yeah.
I guess that was supposed to be his thing. Because Harry was also very annoyed by him and beating him up.
By the time I saw the movie, I was pretty over house elves as like a concept. I was kind of like, Hermione, you're stop feeling bad for these guys. Like,
Yeah, but it's funny because J.K. Rowling kind of wrote it into the story that she was wrong.
yeah, which is funny.
It was kind of self-aware in a weird way.
Yeah.
Even though she would like later go on to be like left, and now I guess people consider her right, but really it's more like normie left.
Yeah. It's because it's funny. Like sometimes certain like slave systems, like it was like socially advantageous to be a slave. Like if you're like, let's say you're let's say you're like a Tom Cruise's slave, and you go to the store, and then you're gonna go buy something for Tom Cruise. You'd be like, yeah, no big deal. I hang out with Tom Cruise all the time, and I'm gonna go to the front of the line because I'm pretty important. You know, I'm Tom Cruise's slave, so go away, go away. And then like if
there's a certain prestige to it.
Yeah, if someone threatens you, they're threatening the property of Tom Cruise. Now Tom Cruise is gonna kill you. You know, like I don't know. Like you have this social elevation from it, so it's like a more complicated thing. And I guess that's what she was going for. Is that like the house elves want the?
Yeah, they're happy to be working for Hogwarts and everything. It makes sense. Like, Dobby was a special case because he was being treated so badly. But that doesn't mean that all of the house elves are being treated badly.
Was Dobby Draco Malfoy's dad's?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It was their house elf, and they were, like, abusing him and stuff.
And then there's another one that's named as a house elf that was, like, Sirius Black. It's, like, in his, like... He's, like, a house. He's, like, a fancy house or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Yeah. And he's, like, a mean house elf. Creature. That's what he was called, right?
It's hard to remember, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a while. I think the latest Harry Potter movie that we watched together actually was Chamber of Secrets, because we watched it on the plane. Right? I mean, there was no audio, but we were like reading the subtitles or something. Do you not remember?
Oh, when we were going to like Disney World or something?
Yes, yeah. We were watching. There was Chamber of Secrets available on the plane, and I think that's the most recent Harry Potter thing that I watched because of that.
I vaguely remember that.
I remember like we were both enjoying it, so we were like, "Oh, this is actually better than I remember."
Yeah,
it was kind of a funny experience, even though there was like no audio. We were both like, "Yeah, nice." Not that there's not stupid things in Chamber of Secrets, but like overall, it kind of held up as a movie.
I got a curiosity. What do you think of genre blending, such as sci fantasy and techno fantasy?
I like it.
Yeah, I mean,
I like it.
I'm finishing a book. I'm editing it now.
So the only thing that I don't like about it is if it's not clear that that's what they're doing from the beginning. I hate it when it's a series that is all fantasy for like most of the time, and then randomly at the end they just add in like this other world that's all like cyberpunk techno, and it's like, what the fuck is that over there? This was not built up upon. All of a sudden there's robots in this fantasy world. No, terrible world building. Make no sense.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me like twice, where I'm reading a fantasy manga and then all of a sudden they add in robots, and I get so mad because it's like, where did this come from? Can't make up your mind.
So I'll say I like the genre because I'm writing a sci-fi right now where some of the characters have magic, sort of like I can't remember what it's called. I was gonna say something Run, but is it Shadowrun?
Blade Runner.
No.
No, it was Dread.
No, Shadowrun.
Shadowrun?
Yeah, it's
a video game.
I'm pretty sure. Well, it's a TTRPG, but
I don't know.
Shadowrun. If I see the logo, Yeah, that. Shadowrun.
I've never seen this.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's a tabletop game like Cyberpunk or Dungeons and Dragons or something, but I don't remember how the system works. But it was very popular. It's one of the best sellers, and then there's a couple video games, one of which came out when I was like in high school or something.
Yeah, no, I think, well, obviously, like, I've had my own, like, dip in
Yeah.
sci-fi, fantasy type stuff. I think it's totally fine and cool to blend them together. I think blending
Yeah.
genres is kind of how you find some unique stories out there. It's just the way people do it sometimes bugs me, because, you know, you should try to give people reasonable expectations when they're starting a series off.
Yeah, and someone at the last con was like, "Oh man, this is magic and sci-fi. More people should do this. I love this. I'm
Yeah.
buying it." And he didn't even want to hear like the
Didn't even care about
Spiel.
the pitch. It's just sometimes people are like, oh, two things that I like together, it's perfect. So that's fair. Which would be your Hogwarts house. Mine would be Ravenclaw. Man, there was that one, like, Harry Potter, like, which house are you test that was supposed to be, like, official.
Mhm.
And someone made me take it, like, a long, long time back.
Yeah.
And then they got mad because I got Gryffindor, and they were like, "That's not fair. Did you answer the questions correctly?" Like, they didn't want me to get Gryffindor for some reason.
I took it twice, and both times I answered because there was a couple questions I could go either way on, and I got Slytherin and Gryffindor. I think I got Gryffindor first, and then I was like,
And then you evolved.
no, I should take it again, but be more based. So I got Slytherin. But
You're silly.
because the questions aren't really like detailed enough for you really to.
Yeah, they're a little bit flimsy.
You
know?
could, on a lot of them, you could go either way for certain stuff.
Yeah. It depends on my mood, whether or not I'm Gryffindor or Slytherin.
Hufflepuff just always sounded like Jigglypuff in my head.
It does.
So I never.
That's immediately what I think of. Immediately.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing.
We have that one, like, Harry Potter holographic card of, like, it was the Hufflepuff house, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. We got that from, it was the Universal
Oh,
theme park. They actually do sell the chocolate frogs, and they come with the
yeah.
cards. And that was very fun. I would actually recommend people check out Universal if you haven't
Yeah,
gone
if
there
you like Harry
before.
Potter, that was like.
Oh, they have crazy good Harry Potter stuff, for sure.
Beware of the wands though. That shit's crazy.
No, yeah, don't buy the wands. Buy them
They're
online.
like fucking $800.
They're ridiculously high priced, and it's just plastic.
If you want to get like the evil ball sack wand, like the wand of power,
Yeah.
that's $800 fucking dollars.
I mean, I guess at that point it's like a flex for your
And they-
child to even have it.
They like have characters in like tier lists of like what's the valuable character's wands, and like Sirius Black was like in like D tier, and he just has like a simple cool like black wand, and I'm like, why is he like the cheapest wand? It was like the best wand, the wand of power or whatever, was all the way at the top.
Yeah.
You know, but that doesn't make any sense because it's supposed to be like the symbol in the middle, the little like slice that makes the eye of the thing. That's supposed to be the wand, right?
Yeah.
But
yes,
it does,
it's not supposed to be lumpy.
Yeah, I see no lumpy lumps.
I think the movie may have taken some
yeah.
liberties there.
I see. They're like, how do we make the wand powerful? Lumps. You know, you could have done make it out of crystal, dude. Like,
yeah, they could have made it really cool looking. They could
Yeah.
have made it like a unicorn horn or something.
yeah. Or just crystal. Make it out of crystal. No one else has a crystal wand up until then. Just make it like
No,
black
totally.
crystal or like jet, made out of jet. Oh, I bet the reflections would have been a problem though, because you just see cameramen and stuff in the crystals.
They can figure it out. They have special effects budget. They can just blur that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I gotta
somebody,
run,
yeah. It's funny though, somebody told us once that if you wanted a wand from Universal, what you gotta do
Joseph Choi told us that.
is just go to the Lost and Found, because people lose them all the time, which is so sad to think. Imagine your parents like blowing the budget just to get you your favorite wand from Harry Potter. It's like $800 or like however many hundreds of dollars, and then you lose it. That is so soul crushing. Because you know there's no way that they're gonna buy you another one. But I mean, I don't know. People gotta know about the lost and found. You gotta pick up your wands, guys. If you lose them, you immediately gotta check the lost and found every single day, because that's a lot of money to lose. Stressful too. Oh my goodness. I would never obviously buy that much for the wand. It is cool. It's a very cool thing to get your kid, right? But if the prices need to be reasonable, that's just completely out of line unreasonable. Granted, they do things, right? It's not just a replica. It is a replica, but it also does things in the park. It's interactive with certain Harry Potter. I don't know, what would you call them? They're like set pieces, I guess. You wave your wand in front of it and it'll actually do something. It'll make your kid feel like they actually can cast magic. And that is obviously that is a very good idea. That is very unique and fun. And I would love to get my future children that wand and give them that experience. But I'm not paying hundreds of dollars for it. It's not happening. So you can buy those wands from resellers online ahead of time. And I would recommend that you do that. Because as far as I know, they work forever. And you can always do the interactive thing with the wand. It'll never expire as far as I know. So just, if you're gonna buy it, just buy it from a reseller. Before you even go to Universal, buy it, and then you can surprise your kid with it once you're there, once you're in the park. You'll be like, look, I got you a wand. And you don't have to specify where you got them the wand, or if it was in the park, or perhaps on eBay, but it doesn't matter. The kid will have the experience, they'll have a fun time, and you won't go into debt. To horrible, horrible debt. That was another maybe negative thing about Universal, is they were also like trying to get people to go to like timeshare seminars. It's like, motherfucker, you're charging $800 for wands and also trying to put people in permanent debt. Like, in addition to all the money that you're scraping from them just to be in this park and pay for food and everything. You're also like, in addition to all that, here is permanent debt that you carry with you forever and pass along to your children. Timeshares, folks. Yeah, not great. Not the best part, but the Universal parks are very good. They're very good. We had a ton of fun there. There's a lot of really cool rides and really cool sets and everything. The way that they, decorate and make the park look special as you're going from area to area is really, really nice. It's a shame I hear that they're gonna be taking some stuff out. I can just only hope that they replace it with something better instead of something worse. But that's all you can ever hope for, because you can't really stop the park from changing everything. It's always going to be changing with the times. I just want it to change for the better. That's my one request. As we move forward, don't just take away, but also giveth back. Yeah, just give them a stick and tell them to imagine it. Yeah, well, I guess that works too. But no, I would recommend people to buy the cheaper versions of the wands, like maybe online or something, and you can give them that experience without dying. We'll always miss Lost Continent, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my goodness, I can't believe they're getting rid of the Poseidon's Fury. My god. What a mistake. It was perfect. It was such a good ride. I get it though. I get why they're getting rid of it. It wasn't as popular as it should have been, but it was really fun. I hope whatever they decide to put there instead is equally as good, if not better. You know? Yeah, kind of why I don't go for those major amusement parks. You know, fair enough. I think, you know, some of them aren't really worth the cost, but sometimes they are. Everybody says Disney World is worth the cost. I think that's less true now because the cost has gone up so dramatically. I would say, at least based on our experience in Universal, it was at that time worth the cost. I don't know if their prices will also like dramatically increase and that'll change. But at the time, it was totally worth it. We had an absolute blast. It was amazing. So yeah, that's my take on that. What else should I talk about before I go? New videos? I've got a bunch of new videos that are kind of just in the works right now. Nothing's really solidified, ready to be scheduled. But yeah, obviously, me and Adam were recording a video earlier. That's going to be a good video. We recorded another one in addition to that. So we have 2 videos together. But I absolutely have to finish up my next thrift store anime review video. Right now I gotta just make sure I'm making all the notes and collecting all the clips that I need. And then that will be ready to go. And that'll be fun, right? And then we have those 2 videos coming up. And obviously there's the new project that I wanted to get up and running sometime soon. It's difficult when it's a collaborative project because then you're waiting on other people, which is the only reason why I haven't announced what this project was yet, because still kind of, wait until I have all my ducks in a row. But no, this will be a fun project, I think. I hope everyone's as excited about it as I am. And then I'll be uploading a bunch of videos about said project. I want to try to upload more shorts. I've neglected shorts quite a lot. Not because shorts are difficult, but because, like, in addition to making the normal videos that I've been posting weekly or like every 2 weeks, it just seems like, a little bit exhausting to also dedicate time to clip things and like make shorts out of them or make new shorts. But I do want to make more shorts going forward. It's just maybe a little bit of a pain. Maybe what I could do is like one video and then interchange it with one short every week. So like this week a video, this week a short, video, short, go back and forth like that. I don't know. I don't really understand how new YouTube works or what uploads are gonna be reasonable for like keeping the channel alive. Are shorts still such a massive algo booster as before? I don't know. I don't think of them as algo boosters, but some people have had a lot of success with them. And getting like subscribers purely based on their shorts and not even necessarily their main videos. So they don't give a ton of revenue, but they get more people to like hop on board with your content. And that's where a lot of people find value in them. And since they can reach a lot of people, I would also find value in that because it's like, oh, I can make shorts about, my comics, and maybe I can convince people who don't normally view my content to go out there and buy some comics on the website. And, that's obviously an overall win, even if they're not going to subscribe, even if they're not going to enjoy the regular content or join in on the live streams. It kind of doesn't matter because at least I would be like promoting stuff that can make money, even if the shorts themselves don't make money. That's my thought on it anyway. That was kind of like similar thoughts to what I had to other platforms like, you know, Webtoon or stuff like that, where it's like, well, you can get the audience there, maybe then the audience will want to buy the book. That's the, you know, that's the thought anyway. But I have heard that TikTok Shop does well, and it's one of the only things that's keeping TikTok alive is just how good it is at selling to people on there. That's what I've heard. I don't know how completely accurate it is, but you know, it's whatever. I've heard like also funny things about Instagram shopping, right? Because there's a lot of artists who say that using the Instagram ads to like boost your posts or whatever, completely worthless. No one buys anything on Instagram. And then I've seen the other side where I've seen people buy stuff because of Instagram, buy stuff because they bought it on Instagram. And usually the type of people I see buying stuff because they saw it on Instagram, they're not the youth. And I think that's the main thing, is like comic people and comic artists, you're selling towards usually a much younger crowd. But the people buying on Instagram are probably not going to be that younger crowd. Not that I'm saying everyone on Instagram is old, I'm not saying that, but the type of people who are buying on Instagram are usually older. And they're usually looking for gifts, mainly. I guess family-oriented stuff. If you're trying to sell a very edgy comic, I don't think you'll do as successful on Instagram as you would other places. At least not through buying ads. If you're just looking for a place to post your stuff, that's a whole other ballpark, because it's just like, you should be posting wherever you can just to get it out there so that you'll have more exposure in general. But as far as selling, what is the best platform that is going to get you actual buyers? I don't usually think of Instagram as being that place. Just because I've heard so many people tell me that, like, you know, other comic artists who are genuinely very good comic artists, and they'll be like, yeah, I don't sell shit on Instagram, and it doesn't matter if I pay for, like, the boost of the post or anything. One of the fun things about Instagram recently, they're now letting you repost. And I think that is super fun. But yeah, that is super fun to be able to repost other people's work. I don't know if eventually they'll give you the option to like, oh, stop seeing reposts from this person. I do that a lot on Twitter. When I'm following someone and they repost more than they normally post, I usually turn the reposts off because it's like, oh, this is a little bit too excessive. I want to see your content more so than just... There's also people who, like, repost weird shit. Weird shit or, like, political shit, and it's like, this is not why I follow you. Sorry, but I'm gonna turn off your reposts now. Yeah. Twitter is filled with boosted posts nowadays of random things. I've seen ads on Twitter for sure. Not as much, like, boosted posts from indie people, but I've seen, oh god, I don't know why. I keep on seeing ads from fucking State Farm on Twitter. And they're the most annoying, stupid ads that I would never enjoy looking at. But these fucking State Farm ads are like all over Twitter. Exclusively State Farm. Fuck you, State Farm. I don't want to see your shit. Get out of here. So stupid. God damn it. Never getting any State Farm insurance now. I'm not doing it because of your shitty ads on Twitter. They're garbage. Make better ads. How about that? Have you thought about selling on the Whatnot app? Whatnot app? I don't think I've ever heard of that before. What not app? Is this like another... Oh, it's Apple. Or is it? No. For some reason, the Apple Store showed up first. Shop, Sell, Connect. Whatnot. It looks like the Wattpad logo. Let me share my screen so everybody knows what I'm reacting to, I guess. This is what he's talking about. Whatnot. Shop, Sell, Connect. Doesn't that look like the like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just combining it because it's like yellow. Whatnot is the largest live shopping platform in the US, UK, and Europe. We're a marketplace bringing millions together to shop, sell, and connect around the things they love, from bags, beauty, comics, to coins. They actually list comics. That's usually a good sign, honestly. If they're listing comics as one of the first things that they're selling on the app, that makes me excited. You know, maybe there's something here. Sneakers to streetwear, vintage to vinyl. They're also listing comics with coins. Maybe that's because they're thinking of just collectors, which I'm not. I'm not reselling comics or any type of collector's edition. So maybe that's not as good of a thing as I originally thought. Now that I think about it, they are probably talking about comic collectors. Yeah. Electronics, sports, Pokemon cards, more collector type stuff, fashion, plants, jewelry, and more. Find incredible deals on name brands. Cause fuck those indie people making their own shit. You want the name brands. I'm being facetious, obviously. That's not how they meant it, but they're giving a little bit more exclusivity, like, ooh, cool, you can get name brands from resellers. That's what it comes off as, anyways. Yeah, join hundreds of thousands of sellers to shop deep discounts from your fashion. Yeah, so they're selling this as though it is a flea market app, essentially. You're reselling stuff at a cheaper price. That's what they make it sound like. So I don't know if that's as good for indie content. If you're like, I don't know, maybe that's, they've just chosen to explain it in an odd way, but there probably is some indie and small business people on there that are not resellers. I love it so far. Crazy shopping experience. Found some good deals. I don't know. Oh, Matthew. Oh, we got some bad reviews here. Uh-oh. I've had awful experiences with sellers on this app. Ah! The sellers, they're salting the fields, guys. They're gonna make it harder for everyone else to sell on there. Whatnot seems to not care that they take advantage of their customers. One example, I purchased a card through auction. I would never auction up something. The auction thing just feels like such a pain. I'll just always use flat rates. The card likely went cheaper than what it's worth. Rather than accepting it, the seller booted me from their stream, and my package never got delivered. Well, they have the right to do that, to be fair. They don't have to sell to you if they're not happy with the price. But they should have obviously like put the lowest number on the auction to be something that they would be satisfied with selling it at. Secondly, I purchased a card that was a raw card. Owner never shipped the card. 2 to 3 weeks go by and I find the same card listed on another site. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a standard, maybe standard, like, seller problems. I don't think that's specific to anything. It's not specific to anything that this app is doing wrong. The item's supposed to be brand new. As sellers stated, buy receive used returned items from Whatnot. I'm not so impressed with the merchandise. You get good deals if not too many buyers bidders on that certain sale event. I never had any luck to get any items less than $5. You'll come on. How many items out there are actually going to be worth $5 on this app? Like, you think anyone's getting out of bed to sell something for less than $5? Have you seen the economy? Like, come on, it's not worth it at that point. Shipping it is probably going to be worth more than $5. What are you looking for? What are you looking for that you expect to be less than $5? I don't know. $5 is not a high price. He makes it sound like, there's nothing cheap on this app. But, like, come on. Even the Dollar Tree is not selling things at $1 anymore. Everything's more than $1. It's just how inflation works. I'm just saying. $5 is not that high to be like, oh, I can't find anything less than $5. It's a little bit silly. Always someone else placed higher bids on top of me could be a fix. Can't return the items. Is this only auctions? At least the reviews are only talking about auctions. I would not use an auction app. I would just want to sell things, like, flat out. I wouldn't be very interested in a auctioning thing, personally. Don't know how you guys feel about that. Would you like the farmers ads as a trade? I would. I would rather the ads for nothing insurance. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, I feel as though you should focus on selling from your website. Yeah. The website and the campaigns are have been good to me overall anyways. It is a little bit difficult though, because a lot of new people who maybe don't watch the channel very often, or I don't know, don't feel like wasting too much time on buying a thing, they will go to the Kickstarter campaigns, but they won't go to the website to buy it directly. I think a big part of that is just because they already have the Kickstarter and it's nice and easy for them. But if you order from my website, you gotta put in all your information and, go through the whole process. And I hate to say it, but it does feel like people are just getting lazier. It's weird. I don't know what it is. And even people on Kickstarter, a lot of them, when I send out the survey, they forget that they still have to put in their information that I didn't get when they backed. It's kind of funny. Yeah, plenty of goodness on Burning Star. Hell yeah. That great endorsement right here. But yeah. Sorry, I just heard a lot of artists selling their art and comics on the app. It's interesting. It is interesting. I would totally look into it more. If they do well on the app, there's certainly no reason for me to not list my stuff on there. If it works, it works. I won't judge. So long as it's not some weird spyware app. Honestly, where it's made for selling, it's made for people to go on there but I think in addition, maybe doing the shorts to try to reach more audiences that don't normally watch my content is also a good idea. Other than the shorts and the whatnot and everything. I was also thinking maybe I should start doing more streams. I was thinking about doing more Drawing with Dannphan streams, right? But one of the things I was thinking of with the Drawing with Dannphan, instead of me drawing pages for the next thing, maybe it would be interesting to do the art practice streams where I'd show you all of the practice art that I'm doing to try to learn, and the art exercises, and kind of explaining how this is supposed to help get better at art, and if you're an artist, you can draw with me and we can both get better at art together. a nice community thing where we're because a lot of complaints that people have towards the indie comic community tends to be art related. They say a lot of amateur artists get into it and they don't learn the fundamentals. So I can literally do streams of practicing fundamentals. That's right. That was a thought anyway. Notice that people, at least on Twitter, seem to be like interested in the posts that I make where I'm just like posting practice art that I'm doing. Like I do the 60-second poses and I post those, and people seem to be interested in that type of content, especially other artists, I think. But I don't know if other people would think that that's a boring stream. I'm just watching her like redraw something. Ew. Boring. You know, right? Not anything super dopamine hitting. I have like been posting practices. Like for example, I was posting just today, I posted some like head studies, which is basically of like how the head should look when it's moved at certain angles and expressions and stuff like that. So I've been doing studies of them to try to get it to click more in my head, because it's important. That part of the body is especially important when you're doing comics. So like just as a quick example, it's like stuff like this, very rough stuff, but general studies to help you understand like head at different angles and like also anime style and stuff like that. So I thought maybe this would be more interesting to do on stream, to show you like what I'm doing to help practice, and maybe other people would also find it like interesting to practice alongside. Maybe I can even like invite other artists on board, all practice together, and interested in that type of content, and then I'll consider doing that. Streams, the normie art. But yeah, we'll cover that when we get there. I'll hopefully give more updates. I'll post more updates in like the Dannphan community and the Discord and stuff regarding like what videos to expect next, as well as updates on this project